A very good evening to all of you. You're watching News Tonight. My name is Aditi Nagpal Girotra. Let's get the news rolling with the headlines first. Removed one of the biggest causes of terror and militancy in India, Prime Minister Modi tells Indian community in Bangkok. PM also releases Thai translation of Tamil saint Thirukkural's work and a commemorative coin on the occasion of 550th Prakash Utsav of Guru Nanak Dev. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addresses SCO heads of state in Uzbekistan, calls for implementing all international laws to combat terrorism without double standards, emphasizes adoption of a holistic and multilateral approach towards tackling climate change, poverty and inequality. Centre releases map of new union territories Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Map shows Jammu and Kashmir with 22 districts including Muzaffarabad and Mirpur. Besides Kargil, Ladakh also includes Gilgit, Chilas and tribal areas of Leh. Chhath Puja, Bihar's festival of happiness and good fortune, celebrated across the country. Lakhs of people gather to worship Sun God at Ghats. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet people on the occasion. Indian women seal Tokyo Olympics berth in hockey, beat US 6-5 on aggregate. After having thrashed the visiting team 5-1 on Friday, India lose 1-4 in the second leg of the qualifier in Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is on a 4-day visit to Thailand, addressed the Indian diaspora at the Swati PM Modi community event in Bangkok on Saturday. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said that India is growing very fast and the image of the NRIs is a matter of pride for all the countrymen. He appreciated the role of the Indian diaspora in making the country strong.
भगवान राम की मर्यादा और भगवान बुद्ध की करुणा, ये दोनों हमारी साझी विरासत है। करोड़ों भारतीयों का जीवन जहां रामायण से प्रेरित होता है, वही दिव्यता थाईलैंड में रामाकियन की है। भारत की अयोध्या नगरी थाईलैंड में अयोध्या हो जाती है। जिन नारायण ने अयोध्या में अवतार लिया, उनके पावन पवित्र वाहन गरुड़ के प्रति थाईलैंड में अप्रतिम श्रद्धा है। साथियों, हम भाषा के ही नहीं, भावना के स्तर पर भी एक दूसरे के बहुत नजदीक है। इतने नजदीक कि कभी-कभी हमें इसका आभास भी नहीं होता।
In a clear reference to the abrogation of Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, the Prime Minister said, India has eliminated a big reason behind sowing of seeds of terrorism and separatism.
आप सभी इस बात से परिचित है कि आतंक और अलगाव के बीज बोने वाले एक बहुत बड़े कारण से देश को मुक्त करने का निर्णय भारत ने कर लिया। पता है क्या किया? क्या किया? थाईलैंड में रहने वाले हर हिंदुस्तानी को पता है क्या किया। जब निर्णय सही होता है, इरादा सही होता है, तो उसकी गूंज दुनिया भर में सुनाई देती है और आज मुझे थाईलैंड में भी सुनाई दे रही है।
In his speech, Modi also talked about the Kartarpur corridor opening. The Prime Minister also said India was committed and working hard to become a $5 trillion economy. Prior to his speech, Modi released a commemorative coin marking the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev. He also released a Thai translation of Tamil classic Tirukkural. During his trip, PM Modi will attend the India-ASEAN Summit. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is currently in Tashkent, addressed the Indian community on Saturday. Addressing the gathering, he said that the NDA government abolished Article 370 and 35A in Jammu and Kashmir to include the people of Kashmir in the mainstream development. Rajnath Singh had reached Tashkent in Uzbekistan on a 3-day visit on Friday.
1951 में जिस समय हमारी पार्टी की स्थापना हुई थी भारतीय जनसंघ की, उस समय ही डॉक्टर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने कहा इस देश में एक विधान, दो प्रधान, दो निशान नहीं चलेंगे। और आपने देखा लंबे समय तक हम लोगों ने क्राइसिस ऑफ क्रेडिबिलिटी नहीं पैदा होने दी। जब हम लोग इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो में इसको मेंशन करते थे तो लोग कहते थे ये जनसंघी और भाजपाई ये बराबर धोखा देते हैं और ये कहते हैं कि जब आएंगे तो हम धारा 370 समाप्त करेंगे। अरे भाई जब क्लियर मेजॉरिटी मिलेगी तभी ना समाप्त करेंगे। अब ये आगे मिली है तो उसको छुट्टी कर दिया, धारा 370 35 समाप्त।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has called for a collective fight against terrorism. Addressing the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit meeting in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, Rajnath Singh said that terrorism continues to disrupt societies and undermine developmental endeavors. He said that it is important for SCO countries to come together to deal with the menace. He also said that the only way to fight the scourge of terrorism is to strengthen and implement all existing international laws and mechanisms. He also said that SCO must set the example for successful, mutually beneficial cooperation. He assured that India is committed to providing an enabling economic ecosystem for partner countries to do business and also invest in India. Rajnath Singh is participating in the meeting of Council of Heads of Government of Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Tashkent. On the sidelines of the summit, Rajnath Singh met with Afghanistan's Chief Executive, Dr. Abdullah. The two leaders discussed issues of mutual importance. He will also meet with the Uzbek Minister of Defence to discuss issues of bilateral defence cooperation. The government on Saturday released the political map of India after the bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir into two new union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The map released by the Ministry of Home Affairs show a boundary separating the two newly created union territories. According to the notification, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir will constitute all districts of the former state except Kargil and Leh, which will form the Union Territory of Ladakh. The Leh district of the new UT of Ladakh has been defined in the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Second Order 2019 to include the districts of Gilgit, Gilgit Wazarat, Chilhas and Tribal Territory of 1947, in addition to the remaining areas of Leh and Ladakh districts of 1947 after carving out the Kargil district. The maps are prepared by Survey General of India. The UTs of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are headed by Lieutenant Governors G.C. Murmu and R.K. Mathur respectively. With the bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir, India now has 28 states and 9 union territories. Security forces arrested a Lashkar-e-Taiba militant from the Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir on Friday. The arrested man was identified as Danish Ahmed Chana. He was apprehended during an operation in Sopore area on Friday night. A pistol and a hand grenade were recovered from him. A case has been registered against him. On Thursday, security forces arrested 2 overground militants in the Baramulla district.
उसका नाम दानिश चन्ना है, जो बारामूला का रहने वाला है। दानिश चन्ना जो है वो आज सुबह स्पेसिफिक इनपुट के ऊपर पकड़ा गया है। उसकी पूछताछ अभी फोर्स जो है वो कर रही हैं और उसकी बाकी जो जानकारी मिलेगी उसके मुताबिक फर्दर फॉलोअप एक्शन लिया जाएगा।
The United Nations Security Council will not discuss the Kashmir matter this month. The permanent representative of the UK to the UN and president of the UNSC for the month of November, Karen Pierce, said this during a press conference at the United Nations in New York. Pierce added that there are a lot of issues going on in the world and each month presidency picks a few that are not routinely scheduled as part of the rhythm of the Security Council's business. She said Kashmir has not been picked because the Security Council had an opportunity to discuss it recently. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu advocated a healthy lifestyle as propagated by our forefathers. He was delivering a convocation address at the JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research in Mysuru in Karnataka on Saturday. He said a sedentary lifestyle and modern food habits is leading to non-communicable diseases. He prescribed yoga and proper diet for a healthy lifestyle. Saying that Indian doctors have a reputation worldwide, he said, India is a major healthcare destination in the world. He, however, asked doctors to communicate, counsel, and be ethical with patients. The Vice President called upon doctors to visit schools and create awareness about a good and healthy lifestyle. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that digital technology is bringing transparency, curbing corruption, and helping in improving governance. Addressing the convocation ceremony at NIT Mangalore, Vice President expressed hope that in the years to come, India will earn its place amongst the technology giants of the world through education and innovation. The Vice President called upon universities and higher education institutions to come up with a vision document to achieve highest academic standards in the next 5 to 10 years. He stressed on the need to introduce more effective learning approaches to impart skills of teamwork, leadership, and out-of-the-box thinking, as well as entrepreneurial education in technical institutions.
Education must create the right ecosystem for innovation and creativity to thrive. Innovation, inventions, and discoveries must be the buzzwords on the campuses of our NITs, IITs, and universities. India will earn its place amongst the technology giants in the world through education and innovation. Indeed, education will be the key factor in transforming India into an academic superpower. My dear sisters and brothers and youngsters, education is the foundation for the progress of humanity. Education is not only mere for employment, as I told you, it is meant to empower, impart wisdom and knowledge, and develop a holistic individual with the qualities of head and heart. See no evil. My advice to youngsters, see no evil, but see what is good.
On the occasion of IIT Delhi's 50th convocation, ISRO and IIT Delhi signed a memorandum of understanding with IIT Delhi to set up ISRO's Space Technology Cell on the campus. It'll work on focused research projects in space technology. A commemorative stamp was also launched to mark the occasion.
Now, MOU, that is that basically the space technology cell, that is the premier institution we used to sign to get a more the academic research. That today we signed with IIT. Already we had that 5 institute. Today is the 6th institute, IIT Delhi, we signed the MOU.
IIT Director Professor V. Ramagopal Rao said that IITs have improved rankings in National Institutional Ranking Framework, with IIT Delhi on the 3rd position in ranking of Kureli-Simons, a ranking organization of educational institutions across the world.
Continuously improved our rankings in the last 3 years, both in NIRF as well as in the engineering category of QS World Ranking. Also in the research impact category of QS World Ranking, IIT Delhi scored 80.6 marks out of 100, making it to the league of top research universities across the world.
On the occasion, alumni and co-founder of Flipkart, Binny Bansal, along with alumni Dr. Mohit Aaron, Professor Keshav Srinivasan were also honoured with Alumni Award 2019. India's space agency ISRO will attempt a second soft landing on the moon in the near future. This was stated by Indian Space Research Organisation Chief Dr. K. Sivan in New Delhi on Saturday. Dr. Sivan was in the national capital as chief guest at the 50th convocation of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Dr. Sivan said that ISRO was still processing valuable data from Chandrayaan-2's orbiter that is currently revolving around the moon. Dr. Sivan said that all systems of the mission functioned well till about 300 meters from the moon's surface. Highlighting ISRO's future projects, Sivan said scientists were working on some advanced satellite missions that are well on track. These include the solar mission and the historic human spaceflight mission. The small satellite launch vehicle is ready to make its maiden flight early next year, he said.
Now, that is not we are working out the further plan of action. Okay. We are working out further plan of action, how to go ahead further.
But there is a definite plan to have a...
Definitely will be there, because we have to demonstrate the technology.
With this, we'll slip into a short break, but we'll be back soon. Stay tuned with us.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 9:30 p.m.
What are some key legislations introduced in Rajya Sabha? Some of the key legislations introduced in Rajya Sabha are the Hindu Marriage and Divorce Bill 1952, the Hindu Succession Bill 1954, the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Bill 1969.
Million people have now given the thumbs up to Rajya Sabha television. RSTV's growth has been phenomenal, with the journey from 2 million to 3 million being completed in less than 6 months. That's over 6,200 new subscribers every day. Our online viewers are engaging with us more actively. Every day, thousands like, share and comment on our videos. So come and join this growing tribe of RSTV viewers and get ready for an exciting journey.
Welcome back after the break. You're still with us on News Tonight. The first World Conference on Sanskrit will be held in New Delhi from 9th to 11th November at the Chhatarpur Temple Complex. Stating this at a press conference on Saturday, Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said 4,455 delegates from 17 countries will attend the conference. The conference will also have an exhibition on the subjects of science and economics. The exhibition will be inaugurated on 9th of November by Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan. Sanskrit Bharati, a non-profit organization that is working to revive Sanskrit language, is organizing the event.
मैं स्वयं साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी मिनिस्टर हूं और मैं ये कहूं कि ये विज्ञान तंत्र ज्ञान का कोशागार है, तो इसमें भी कोई अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगी। और ये विषय जब आप उस सम्मेलन में आएंगे तो इसको आप जब वहाँ देखेंगे किस तरह से वो प्रस्तुत किया जाएगा, तो आपको स्वयं ये संज्ञान में आएगा कि मेरी कोई भी बात शायद अतिशयोक्ति नहीं है या संस्कृत के प्रति अति प्रेम होने के कारण नहीं है।
And now let's talk about environment and climate change. Two new countries, Eritrea and St. Kitts and Nevis, signed the International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement, taking the membership strength of the body to 83. The two nations signed the ISA Framework Agreement during its second assembly in New Delhi on 31st October 2019. Addressing the assembly, Union Minister and ISA President R.K. Singh emphasized on increasing importance of solar energy, especially in view of several climate change issues being faced across the world. International Solar Alliance was jointly launched by India and France. The main objectives of the alliance include lowering the cost of energy, increasing investment in renewable energy, training and sharing of knowledge and technology among the member nations. Role of the International Solar Alliance is extremely important in fulfilling the 2030 SDG goals and objectives of the Paris Agreement on climate change. A scuffle broke out between the Delhi police and lawyers at the Tees Hazari court on Saturday. Several lawyers and cops were injured in the incident. A police vehicle was set on fire and 16 others were vandalized during the fracas. According to reports, a lawyer's car allegedly hit a police jail van, following which an argument broke out between him and the police. Bar associations condemned the incident and called a one-day strike across all district courts in the national capital on 4th of November. The Indian women's hockey team sealed its place in next year's Tokyo Olympic Games after beating USA 6-5 on aggregate, despite losing the second match 1-4 in the double-leg FIH qualifiers in Bhubaneswar on Saturday. After thrashing USA 5-1 on Friday, the Indian girls were outperformed on Saturday as USA raced to a 4-0 lead in the first half. India's vital goal was scored by Captain Rani Rampal in the 48th minute. The festival of Chhath is being celebrated with religious fervour and gaiety. On the third day of the festival, lakhs of devotees offered Sandhya Aragya to the setting sun on the ghats of rivers, ponds and other water bodies. President Rajnath Singh greeted the people on the occasion. In a tweet, he said, Chhath is an occasion to express devotion to Sun God, Mother Earth and rivers. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also extended greetings to the people on this occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted people on Chhath festival. In a tweet, Modi hoped that Sun God will always illuminate everyone with his energy and aura, and the country continues to climb new steps of success and prosperity. And with this, it's a wrap on this edition of News Tonight. Thank you so much for your time.
Watch the big picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at